Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and I just got a chance to go to Skaerbaek LEGO Fan Weekend in Denmark. And oh my goodness, was it a crazy experience. So I had heard a lot of stories about Skaerbaek. I heard it was one of the best European LEGO conventions. A ton of big names in LEGO go every single year. But I've honestly never been able to make the trip out. It lands at a somewhat inconvenient time in the work and school schedule until it happened to coincide with registered LEGO Fan Media Days. The very reason why I was traveling to Bill in Denmark, and I figured, you know what? Why not come out a few days early to make it to Skaerbaek? And while I really was only able to catch the last hour or so on Saturday before I had other stuff to do, Sunday I spent the entire day at Skaerbaek and even got a chance to attend a LEGO Masters panel. And so join me as we venture to one of the most interesting European LEGO conventions, take a look at some of the amazing MOCs on display, the vendors, and of course, the hall. Let's go. Located to the north of Billund, Skaerbaek Fan Weekend is one of the largest LEGO conventions in Europe, and definitely one of the biggest destinations to go to. In fact, every single year, LEGO fans from all around the world gather in Skaerbaek just to attend the Fan Weekend. I had heard about this for years and years, and finally, I was at the perfect opportunity to be able to visit myself. Thankfully, I had a private driver in the form of Jonathan, aka Mini Superheroes Today. Again, huge shout out and thank you, man, for bringing us around and transporting us from Bill in Denmark all the way over to the convention, which is actually quite a long drive, and pretty much throughout the entire journey I got a chance to hang out with my LEGO Masters teammate Robert as well as Jonathan's friend Frederick. So together with our squad of 4, we were able to hit the convention. Going into the convention, the first person that I ran into was Jamie, aka the LEGO Masters judge and one of the most talented LEGO designers ever, which was really cool being able to actually catch up with him outside of the show. While we were filming the show, we barely got a chance to talk, so it was actually cool to be able to see him at this random convention. But of course, the highlight was just being able to meet so many different people. From old friends to new faces, it was really cool being able to catch up with so many dedicated LEGO designers and fans all around the world. This is Jordan. He runs the LEGO Ambassador Network. I promise I won't leak anything again. Of course, it was really cool to even catch up with our friend Kelly from LEGO Masters, but to me at least, the main draw of Skaerbaek was these shops, because going into Denmark, I'd literally just arrived from my flight, dropped off my bags in the hotel, and immediately went to check out what the vendors were offering. While Robert explored the convention and got a ton of really nice footage of the incredible MOCs there, I was focused on a bit of a different objective, which was seeing what are the crazy deals that I could find at the place itself. And so thanks to Robert, most of this video, being able to take a look at all the MOCs, was basically footage captured by Robert, with a few standouts to me being like a revamp of a Blacktron set as well as this Ninjago inspired temple. Robert was able to actually go around and see everything while I was trying to haggle over some rare LEGO items. You know, we kind of tag teamed it this time, which was really cool and surreal having one of my IRL friends just going around one of the biggest and craziest LEGO conventions ever. And so, for most of this video, I'll be able to showcase some of the craziest MOCs there with some nice instrumental background, which we'll get a chance to see near the end of this video. But for now, after I got a chance to take a very quick look at the MOCs, and that is one thing I wish I had more time to do, Skaerbaek was so packed I literally didn't get to see half of the things I wanted to see. I had to move on and focus on the actual stores, because much like any other LEGO convention, there were a ton of vendors at this particular one, although unlike every other LEGO convention in the US, the prices were actually good, because this was Denmark and not America, the land of the free. And so let's now move on from taking a look at the MOCs and take a look at some of the deals I was trying to strike while seeing all these rare LEGO items. Oh my God. So here we are with some of the very first LEGO bricks ever. These were basically before LEGO was fully developing the final version of the bricks, which is absolutely insane. You can see just the difference in them. These are selling for €3 each, so absolutely I'm gonna get a ton. The windows and doors are even rarer, but even the prices are quite good, like €10, €20 each, which is nuts to see it in this quality. So what a great store we're at here. Oh my goodness, look at this amazing selection. I'm so excited. The first vendor I hit had a ton of vintage LEGO items and even gave me this one for free, which was really nice of him because of how much I was able to purchase. Now, it was almost overwhelming the amount of items here, from, as you saw, the first LEGO bricks ever to a ton of sealed vintage LEGO stuff. It was nearly impossible for me to just focus on one particular thing because there were so many items. Personally, I wish I got more of the first LEGO bricks. I only got like a couple, and I feel like it would have been really cool to have a full-on display in my LEGO collection of those, so if they happen to have any more 2024, next year, I certainly will be going back 100% and getting a ton more. They also had these vintage Lego trees from the early products that Lego was making when they first weren't really sure whether they were doing like the die-cast cars versus the Lego plastic blocks versus wooden toys. Really interesting to see this as a very intricate part of Lego's history actually just being for sale at a convention like this. And you can see a bit of a look at the haggling that was going on with the prices being really, really good for items as rare as these. One of the coolest items I was able to pick up was this large playmat, which also doubles as kind of a display stand. I plan to put this up in my collection, although upon going home, I didn't really have a spot for it, so I'm gonna have to keep on looking to see where it makes sense to have this. But these two items together, I believe, were like 30 or 40 euros for this vintage Lego playmat. I was really excited to be able to actually pick that up, and I definitely will be finding a place in my collection for that. But of course, it didn't take long for Duckbricks fans to recognize me and come up with some autographs for me to sign, so let's take a look at that right now, which is always so surreal, and I'm really grateful for fans of the channel. Thank you all for watching and being there.
Before I take the pin away,
No, I'm not taking them for free. I cannot take those for free. Let me ship you more Bionicles. How about that? Please.
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you.
When I get home, I'm gonna ship you a ton of Bionicles stuff.
Only
Thank you
Danish
so much.
You guys, I'm so hyped. I love food.
You choose.
Robert, is this the first time you've signed something?
You'll be
For this?
for Lego? For yes.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be famous.
Yeah. One of the coolest aspects of Skaerbaek Fan Weekend was also a trade-in area, a place where no sales could be had and it was purely just a trade-in zone where folks have to come in with Lego items that they want to trade for items of equal value. Now, unfortunately, I didn't know this was going to be happening, so I brought literally nothing and had to make some side deals after trade-in was over, but it was really cool being able to explore around and see what folks had to offer, and oh my goodness, I wish I brought more stuff because there were so many cool things that were only available to trade. Doing some trading right now.
Doing some trading.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh, the Life on Mars one?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to trade out yet.
Okay, fair enough. For folks wanting to attend Skaerbaek Fan Weekend, this is the place to get some of the rarest Lego items, and honestly, you're going to be dealing with some actual just pure Lego fans here who aren't really in it for the money, but really just want to actually be able to have stuff to trade. And because of that, I feel like this was actually a really nice and fun environment. I just wish I brought more stuff. I traded some of the stuff I had bought earlier in the day because I just couldn't resist, but I just simply had to pass up on a lot of these because the folks there were really against buying and just purely wanted to trade. So no matter how much money I offered, they only were looking for other items they also were looking for. However, I heard from Jonathan that the trades were pretty insane. He just brought a few collectible minifigures he had extras of and was able to trade them in for some one-of-a-kind exclusive items. I believe he traded in like some collectible minifigures for one of the Turkish Airlines Lego Movies exclusive packs. Some insane deals going on like that, so I definitely going to be bringing some of my extra stock next year, and if I don't trade them in, I'll honestly probably just go around and give away Lego to folks. I feel like that'd be really fun just to say if someone recognizes Duckbricks or sees me there in 2024, I might have some Lego to give you, but honestly, now that I've said that in a video, it's probably going to be all gone in the first few minutes, but we'll see what I'm able to do. Of course, this trade-in area was really fun because it also was just a way to network and meet with other Lego fans, people that I had recognized from online or some of the greatest MOCs out there, or other just members of the Lego community, which was just really cool to see. But after that, we took a quick break, and now let's hear from Robert about his early thoughts of his very first Lego convention ever attended. And oh my goodness, what a good one for him to attend.
Hey.
All right, Rob, what has been your first impression of Skaerbaek Lego Fan Weekend?
It's at an odd place,
Yeah,
but I love the community. There's so many excited people with interesting things. I've never seen like any of this stuff here.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Liking it so far?
loving it.
All right, let's go back. Going back in, you can see the sheer crazy amount of trade-in figures right here, some of the rarest ones I had available, but the craziest deals were happening in the cabins. Because you see, on the outskirts of the Skaerbaek convention, there were a ton of cabins where most folks were actually exploring around and living, because you can actually rent cabins very early in advance and do some deals there, and of course just live with a ton of friends, which I probably will be doing next year. It looks like a ton of fun, but of course, I got an invite to check out one of these specialized cabins, and I had to go see see what LEGO items they were hiding away to have for sale. And this is when the real deals happened. On my way there, I got a chance to check in with some folks from the LAN, and as I was running over, they were very amused to see me just sprinting over to this cabin where some illicit LEGO deals might be going down. But honestly, this is probably one of the most memorable moments of the convention for me because it was just some of the craziest and rarest items you will ever come across. Like, this is a LEGO Orient Expedition headlight. Who would ever thought that that was an actual product that LEGO made? It was so surreal just seeing so many different items, and we got a chance to dig through the entire bag and just figure out what we wanted to pick up because there were some really interesting things to see here. But enough talking about it after the fact. Why don't I just bring you in media res and you can take a look at some of the wheeling and dealing happening in real time right now.
Production colors.
Yeah, they're
right?
non-production, but they were like a cent each on Bricklink, so it's like...
Thank you.
That's cool.
Chris, what are you looking for?
Honestly, I'm just digging around for cool stuff. They have like a surprisingly high number of track torsos in here. Like, I don't know why there's so many. Like, oh, that's a room.
There should be 25 of those horses in there.
Wait. Oh my goodness. What is this?
It's a Chinese promotional item for
I need to get this. Oh my goodness.
Just give me a fair offer. I don't know what it's worth.
I have no idea either.
Yeah, if you want the translations, they're all on the Bionicle Discord server because some guy helped me translate it. The things are fucking hilarious in there.
Okay, I'm excited. Is this yours as well?
Yeah.
I also have some more
I had like 10 euros each on them.
Oh, I'll definitely take that.
Yeah, they're pretty common there.
Let's see. How much do you think it is?
This one I have 60 on. This one is 250.
250, okay.
Yeah.
What is this?
I think it's 70. This one was 85. Not sealed, but complete. No boxes.
Okay.
Are the die-cast cars yours?
Those two? Yeah.
Are you buying both of those?
No.
and more cost.
Yeah.
Empty. He's selling
I'm definitely interested in the sarcophagus as well. Oh, and these. Yeah, for sure these. I'm super interested. I'm definitely getting these. 100% getting these.
You can check those out. It's gift wrapping paper. I really think it's gift wrapping.
Whoa!
We think it's gift wrapping, but we're not sure.
That looks like wrapping paper, yeah.
These are like a venue.
Yeah. So I'm getting this bizarre Chinese Bionicle Toamari item. Can you tell us more about this? If you know more about it?
I would love to be able to tell you info about it. I've got it translated. It's just some interesting names and wrong information about a bunch of models.
Yeah.
I bought it in a Swedish marketplace.
Swedish marketplace.
That makes it more confusing.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the deal. Anywhere we can find you on socials?
Bricks in Sweden on Instagram.
Bricks in Sweden on Instagram. All right, check them out. Thank you so much for the amazing deal on this weird Bionicle item. Really appreciate it, man. Now, the crazy thing is there was a worldwide LEGO Masters panel happening at the convention itself. This was basically, I believe, when the first trailer for the show came out. The first episode was not even out yet at the time we went to the convention. And so we weren't really sure if we should be there. I mean, I asked the people who were in charge of arranging the panel early beforehand if we should come, and they were like, yeah, I guess you can come. But then we went and they were like, no, we don't want you here. We have a set number of panelists already. So it's really funny because we rushed over to the LEGO Masters panel and then we were just told to like be part of the audience, but it was really cool. Kelly from our season got a chance to get up there and talk as well. We accidentally took someone's seats, our bad, and then like had to go back to the audience, so it was really fun. You know, a bit of a blunder, but you know, Robert got a chance to experience being on a panel for about 5 seconds before we were ushered off, and it was really cool actually being able to hear the insights from LEGO Masters contestants from all around the world, because it wasn't just a US panel. We got a chance to hear from contestants from the UK version of the show, the Japan version, the Korea version, all sorts of different folks, and it was super cool. So Robert, we're about to do our first Lego Masters panel. Folks are coming in. Robert, what are your thoughts?
My first Lego panel, my first Lego Masters panel ever.
You excited?
Very excited.
All right.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think we messed up. I'll text you. I think it's about to start.
After attending the panel as a guest, I returned to the infamous cabin to be able to check out a crazy haul of G1 Lego Bionicle masks. And the funny thing is, I was able to strike a deal to actually sell these myself on my Bricklink, District, and whatnot stores. And so I actually have sold these myself. I literally just finished an auction for Christmas Eve a few days ago where I sold every single one of the masks. So that was awesome, and I'm glad we were able to work out a deal, and more is on the way. Of course, though, the first day I had to rush away because Jonathan set us up for an appointment at the Win Kids restaurant. That is an entirely separate video, which I actually published right around the time it happened because it was so cool. And the next day, I had to explain where we disappeared to some of my other Lego friends, and here's their reaction. There it is, the Win Kids. Everyone is going crazy about the Win Kids. This is so yeah. That was Lars. He's one of my best friends in the Lego community who runs one of the coolest used Lego stores ever, Bartobrick, over in North Germany. I met him in the summer of 2022 when I was traveling around the world with my friend Brian as a post-college trip, and together we were able to make a deal of a copy of every single Lego Batman minifigure ever, including some monochrome misprints from the factory in transparent clear, standard purple colors, blacks, oranges, whites, even some transparent opalescent fluorescent colors. It was pretty crazy the amount of just random Batman minifigs he had, both official as well as technically semi-official from the factory itself. Now I cannot wait to install this as a full-on display on my wall. It basically perfectly fits my wall, so I just had to get it. Even though I already owned all the Batman figures, I was like, you know what, I'll get them all again just to have a separate display. I believe Jonathan is selling some of the duplicates though, so you can check out his selling platforms if you want to be able to pick up some of those. I'm sure he's running a future auction for that. But after that, that was pretty much one of my last purchases. The massive haul is at the end of this video, and Jonathan was very kind to film my massive haul, which took like an hour to film at 1 a.m. So huge shout out to my guy for doing that. But then it's now time to take a look at some of the MOCs. And that is, again, one thing that I really do wish that I personally was able to spend more time doing. I spent so much time talking to people and meeting people and running to people's cabins and making purchases that I didn't really get a chance to look at the custom Lego builds. But thankfully, I kind of just let Robert cook for a while. For half the convention, he just kind of told me he was going to look around, and he spent that time taking footage of the MOCs themselves and being able to explore the intricacies of some of the coolest Lego builds they had available. And so, thanks to Robert, we're able to share this with all of you. Now, I kind of am witnessing this at the same time that you all are in the video, so I think it's time to sit back, relax, let some music play, and look through the videos that Robert captured of the incredible Skaerbaek MOCs. And if you want to jump ahead to my massive Lego haul, the timestamp is linked in the description below. But soon, it was time to wrap up, the convention was over, and then I wanted to get Robert's direct feedback on his very first LEGO convention ever. This was pre-LEGO Masters. People knew we were going to be on the show because a trailer was out, but pretty much this was before he was able to really take a deep dive into the LEGO community. So let's hear what he had to say right now. Of course, after he wakes up, that is.
Starting now. All right, Rob, we have just wrapped up your very first LEGO convention ever.
Yes.
And what a one to start it on. I mean,
what a one to start it off. Jonathan was saying this is like going into the deep end, right? And it really was. So much action. I'm happy for you guys, getting so many good deals.
Yeah.
Personally, I just really like seeing the MOCs coming off of LEGO Masters. I've been just looking out for MOCs. My IG page is just full of MOCs.
Yeah.
And so,
what was your favorite MOC?
There was this one with Rapunzel and like a big tower, Rapunzel's tower, hanging her hair off. That was really, really good. There's one on Middle Earth with all the different landmarks and like, the geographically correct places. That was really, really nice. There's like a Pirate's Cove that was quite large and very detailed. There's also one with like this fall autumn tree with like some nice buildings in the background. It was just extremely detailed and aesthetic.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Okay, so would you come to a LEGO convention again?
Oh, absolutely. And you'll see me at a lot of these in the coming future.
Right, I don't think I'm going to give you a choice. That's more of a rhetorical question. Like, you are coming to all the future ones.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was our Skaerbaek experience. Once again, huge shout out to Jonathan, Mini Superheroes Today. Thanks so much for driving, man. Seriously.
Always happy to drive.
Really
it's like
appreciate
assembling
it.
the Avengers, it is how it is.
Oh yeah. And we're about to go for a crazy dinner with a ton of other LEGO YouTubers and RLFM in about an hour probably. So that's going to be nuts. Of course, we're going to get a ton of photos there. But this was Skaerbaek. What an experience. So here's my massive haul from Skaerbaek Fan Weekend, from the LEGO Employee Shop, from Legoland Germany. For the most part, this is almost everything I'm going to get in Denmark. I still have a little bit of a shopping spree at the 50% off store, kind of a last hurrah. It's now October, so I can get stuff like the vendor today, which I'm very excited for, but for the most part, this is almost everything. Now for this video, I am just focusing on what I got at Skaerbaek Fan Weekend, because this is a Skaerbaek-focused video, but I will be posting hauls for all of this other stuff probably much later, because there's some stuff I can't quite discuss until maybe December or January, so stay tuned for those hauls coming very soon. I mean, not very, very soon, probably in a few months or so, but for the most part, let's just jump in to what I got at Skaerbaek and bring over my good friend Jonathan, aka Mini Superheroes Today, as he kind of walks us through what I got at Skaerbaek Fan Weekend. Let's go. Alright, so I'm here with my pal Jonathan, aka Mini Superheroes Today.
What is up, you guys?
And a few days ago, we got a chance to go to Skaerbaek Fan Weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about what this entire convention is?
Oh my gosh, it's one of the biggest LEGO conventions in all of Europe. There's cabins around back, there's like 2 convention halls, but most importantly, to me and Duckbricks, of course, are the vendors. Now, there were vendors there that had booths set up, there were vendors that had like cabin sales going on.
I was invited to a couple of backhand business deals in the backs of little cabins.
It sounds way more shady than it is. It's actually pretty tame, but
it felt way more shady than it was also, I will say.
I'm trying to save you, dude.
But this was the result of, well, really, basically one full day at Skaerbaek Fan Weekend. I was really only there all day on Sunday because we did something pretty cool on Saturday. And if you want to check that out, you might have a bit of a win in mind. You'll see. You can link that in the description below.
Absolutely.
But I figured we may as well just get into the haul because there's honestly a lot of things to cover. Thank you, Jonathan, for kind of being my cameraman in this video.
My pleasure.
And definitely, I think this could be fun to ask questions about why I got certain things throughout, what certain items are, and we can just kind of chat about the haul and go from there.
I agree. So I'm going to move behind the camera. You're not going to see me, but you'll hear me. So let's get into it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so here we have just the beginning. I'm going to basically go left to right, and I also have some other things that might be hiding in the corner here, but this is actually a haul from a different store, not Skaerbaek whatsoever. This was a kind of secondhand store called Flo or whatever it is, which Jonathan, thank you so much for driving us there. That's a whole separate video because we have enough to cover in this one. I think the biggest thing that stands out is this.
What this is a playmat from the very, very early days of Lego. And you can kind of open it up, and it basically forms a city street. Honestly, kind of what Lego does nowadays. They have some extra packs and some city stuff where they do stuff like this. It's technically supposed to be attached, but it came in 2 pieces. But here you can see just some Lego system models, like the old cars. These are all photographs, the trees, the flags. We're getting to these flags later on. And all these amazing models as well, which is so cool to see. What I would love to do is find a place in my basement, which now the more I think of it, the more I'm not sure where, but I would like to put these on a wall. I don't know, have you ever seen these before?
I've never seen them before. I have seen the flip side with like the play mats, but ironically, the only place I ever saw it was at the Lego Ideas house where they have like their own museum set up. So, I mean, it's pretty wild that the only 2 places I know for sure that exists are at Lego's official museum and now at your house.
Yes. So I'm going to have to find a place for this. Yeah, it's not in the best quality, but I mean, it's so big.
Yeah,
it's
so cool.
And I think they sold it to me for 40 euros for the entire thing, like both parts. So that was just so insane. So I had to pick this one up.
I don't envy you trying to get them home, but they are quite cool.
Yeah, that's a problem for future Duck Bricks.
Yes.
So speaking of posters and random stuff, I'm going to try to go through the posters pretty quick, but I was able to actually get a couple of original Lego Bionicle posters. Now, the back side is not in English. I think that's in German on the back. Or no, that must be in Dutch. But the front side is a full-on Bionicle poster. I'm actually getting the opportunity to meet with the creator of Bionicle, Christian Faber, in a few days later this week. So I wanted to get these for him to sign, which is so exciting. And I also managed to pick up a couple of other posters from ad campaigns that Christian Faber was working on, such as Vintage Lego Space Ice Planet, Blacktron 2. Do you have any of these sets, or are you a fan of any of these? What are your thoughts? I'm curious.
I think I've had a few over the years, but as Austin Powers would say, it's not my bag, baby.
Fair enough. Not quite superheroes. You snapped up all the superheroes posters.
I did, but that being said, I can appreciate good artwork when I see it, and that's pretty rad.
This is a poster that is pretty cool because it was all the Lego Star Wars minifigures from 2012. One of the coolest things at Skaerbaek was that they were really generous people just giving away stuff. This was just given away for free. He had a stack of them and just said, please take one. So that was really cool. And of course, I also got, and I'm going to do my best to be careful of it, to not rip it, an original Lego Ninjago poster, which I am going to get signed by Tommy Andresen tomorrow when I interview him, which is so exciting. I cannot wait to actually sit down and talk to him. Of course, I'll be publishing what I can from that full interview on Duck Bricks, but definitely going to have him sign this. Ninjago, as everyone knows, is one of my favorite themes. Probably my favorite ongoing theme, tied with Monkey Kids, so that's really big. Of course, because I am getting a chance to interview Tommy Andresen, I also was able to pick up this sealed Ninjago spinner from 2011. This is actually really interesting, being able to see what the packaging was like, because obviously, back in the day, I don't have a lot of memories from picking these up, and it's also cool how they were teasing the Next Wave sets as well on the back of these, which I completely forgot they did that. Kind of weird for Lego to do that.
Ninjago packaging is always so sick.
I love Ninjago packaging. I mean, clearly so much effort and work goes into it. It's just so impressive. Cannot wait to have him sign that. But then we can get into some potentially more interesting items.
What on earth is that?
That's a wonderful question. So, I can extrapolate what this is. This is a Lego Advent Calendar from, I believe, the 1990s. What is in it? I do not know, because there's no Lego in it. There are things that can be opened, and I can kind of open things up, and I'm guessing there might be, like, printed picture surprises.
Worst advent calendar ever.
Yeah, I guess this is like, in some ways, the worst advent calendar, but in also other ways, one of the most interesting advent calendars.
Oh, absolutely. Look how many different pieces. Look at that seal up front, like a Duplo seal.
Yeah.
You got classic pirates, castle. It just...
Technic is on this?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff going on that.
So I frankly don't quite know what to make of this, and I might need to ask viewers' help in the comments. I'm honestly kind of torn. I normally don't keep anything sealed, but I personally would feel kind of bad ripping open these things. So
yeah, that's a unique one.
I'll do one of two things. I will either do some sort of a short form, like a short or something on Instagram every day in December, where I open this up and be like, what's in this weird advent calendar? or I never touch it again and I leave it sealed and I'm like, this is another addition to my collection that is just a very interesting item. You tell me in the comments what you want to see. Moving onwards from that, though, there are a couple of other posters. Robo Rider's wrapping paper. That's weird. So I'm going to have Christian Faber sign this, of course. Again, very, very strange items. We've got another Bionicle poster from the sign. Also got a UFO poster. I know he was involved in the ad campaign for that, or at least Advance was. So this is cool. And this actually... Oh, I didn't even see that. Well, this opens up.
You got 2 for the price of 1.
There you go. You can see some of the different UFO... General Officer... Wait, these said lore? Oh, that's very interesting. I definitely want to translate this.
I smell a video coming.
Oh, yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Whoa, I've never seen that before. But there's actually quite a lot of interesting UFO-related stuff. Oh, Johnny Thunder Adventures adverts in there. This is just so cool to see from 1998. So...
Dang.
What is this? Oh, well, this is interesting. Interesting. So this is a whole display they were advertising to see the UFO sets. This is like the store display to end all store displays. Oh my goodness. I wish I could have seen this in person because that's crazy. But yeah, very interesting what they're advertising here. Now, we've got a lot of other interesting items that I just kind of randomly picked up. I was given this poster book for Lego Bionicles, so first of all, thank you so much for this amazing gift. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with it, other than I am just now realizing that they are using the prototype images of these characters rather than the finalized designs. Avak there is using a completely different head, which we've actually only seen that in certain prototypes published by Faber himself. Radak still has a third eye, which they removed in the final set. It kind of was just an opening in the set. This is very interesting. I want to study this a lot more, especially if they are using those prototypes, because, yeah, like, we haven't seen a clear image of this prototype, but clearly whoever made the artwork was given that prototype piece, so that's so cool to see. And now I wonder if some of these other characters, like Axon and Brutaka, are also prototypes, but it looks like these are pretty much the finalized designs. That's so weird how a couple of them snuck in.
Don't you love how Lego leaks back in the day were just like a random book?
Yeah. We still get some of that nowadays. Like Ninjago had like a sketch of the Destiny's Bounty that was a prototype version and everyone was freaking out. Like, oh, what is this? And I was like, oh, it's just a prototype of the one from 2015. But so wild. Speaking of wild, random Lego things, Lego does a lot of special initiatives in China nowadays to really capitalize on the Chinese market. They've opened up a ton of stores in China. I actually personally have never been to China, which is kind of crazy because I love traveling all over the world. I just honestly haven't gotten a chance to go out.
Let's go.
We should. I hear the Lego scene there is crazy. Jonathan,
all right,
if you're serious, we should talk.
I'm booking my flight right now.
Okay. But there's a lot of weird exclusive Lego items in China, and I feel like half of my haul was from one person who basically specialized. Like, this guy, he had a stall open, and he was like, I specialize. I go to China every month. I go back and get all the weird GWPs, all the promos, all the exclusive minifigs. He literally makes trips out to China just to bring these back, and he had a treasure trove of these. A lot of these items either aren't on Bricklink, or if they are, there's maybe like one seller selling them for an exorbitant amount of money. So I figured Skaerbaek was really my only chance to be able to pick some of these up. Starting off with a Shenzhen Lego store opening box. This is a really well done piece because you open it up. Whoa. And you can see there's an exclusive 2x4 tile, 2 exclusive minifigs, but that's not all. It also, yeah, has an exclusive Lego set with an exclusive sticker sheet.
What?
Which is nuts. I kind of wish that stores in the US got this kind of love. This is one of the coolest Lego boxes too. I might do a whole video on Chinese Lego exclusives now that I've gotten so many of them, so stay tuned for that if you are interested. Let me know in the comments.
That's like every variation of every store exclusive you can get in one package. That's insane.
Yeah, it's so crazy. They also did exclusive brickheads, so these are actually printed. So this is the Beijing store opening brickheads. We've got the Shimao one right here, and it's interesting how they either did like the Chinese text or just like regular English lettering. We've also got another one right here. So again, really interesting how they did exclusive brickheads for these. And now I think with the addition of these, I am only missing the Han Solo and Carbonite brickheads and Boba Fett, which was, I think, a Star Wars Celebration exclusive, and the Inside Tour brickheads. And I think I will actually own them all. So wow, really cool to be able to get those. This right here, I'm going to keep this sealed for now. I want to transport it back home sealed. I don't want any damage to come to the box, but this was a 90-year celebratory gift package that was also only given out in, you guessed it, Chinese Lego stores. Inside of this are 3 of the 4 Bricktober sets from last year, exclusive minifigures, an exclusive printed 2x4 brick, printed 2x4 tile, an exclusive Chinese special set inside this.
Jeez.
A book that's like a Lego 90th anniversary like notebook with like Chinese like lettering on it. It's insane. The shop owner was showing me an open version and I just had to get it. I spent 250 euros on this, which honestly, given the amount of exclusive stuff in it and how it is such a unique item, I honestly don't feel like that was that bad. So I cannot wait to unbox this. That's going to be another video if I do a focus on the Chinese special stuff. And we're going to, while we're on the topic of it, I'll go into these right now. Because
if you told me Mr. Gold was in there, I'd believe you.
You never know. You never know. It's random Series 10 minifigure thrown in.
Why not?
But these here are some more Chinese exclusive minifigures. This was for the 2nd anniversary of the store opening, which is crazy how they actually celebrated that. But look at that. That is packaged in the same type of packaging, this Ziploc with an item code that the San Diego Comic-Con Ninjago Baby Dragon Riot was packaged in. Same thing with an element ID and just this Ziploc. So that's insane. They have Lego logo on the back, special printing on the front. Had to pick this up. I think this was like 40 euros. So, I mean, honestly, for something so cool and special, it's not that bad. This one was only 20 euros because it is just an exclusive 2x4 printed tile of the 2nd anniversary of that one particular Lego store.
And
which
it got an entire box?
Imagine that. Imagine getting this in like the US, like at the Nashville Lego store, 2nd anniversary, 3rd anniversary, and it gets a box of minifigures and a print. Wouldn't that be insane?
There's nothing about that sentence you just said that I can even like visualize.
Except for this.
Yeah, that's insane.
Now, here's another one. I don't even know the context behind this one. I need to do some more research. It is numbered. It's number 214 out of what I don't know. It says, "Thank you for building with us. I love Lego Store. These 2 minifigures have exclusive Asian-inspired torsos. Those have never appeared in any other set. I'm very curious what's on the back of these minifigs, but again, I'll do a whole opening, and that's a QR code, so I do want to scan that. And again, we'll be doing a full video on these. So again, so many weird, crazy, interesting Chinese exclusive stuff. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this might be good. Okay, oh, look at that. Specialized coins for the Lego store in... I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, so I'm not going to even try because I don't actually speak Chinese. I only speak French and English. So we have these special coins here that say 2022 Lego. They're heavy. Like, these are metallic coins, kind of similar to the VIP coins that we got, but even more special because these are exclusive to one particular store. There's a copper one and a silver one. Again, things that you will never, ever see in the United States.
Gosh.
Like, I didn't know this existed.
U.S. Lego stores get gypped, man. This is insane.
In comparison to this, yeah, this is nuts. Now, this right here is really cool because it's a 2x4 printed brick that says, "I love Monkey Kid," which I do. I love Monkey Kid. And this was, you guessed it, only given away as a GWP in Chinese stores. So we're not done. There's still more. Now, this is a really special one for me because this is a 90 years of play Lego special anniversary coin from 1932 to 2022 featuring the wooden Lego duck. That is actually the Lego house exclusive model. That's the OG wooden duck.
That's cool.
And it's on a coin. I know what I'm going to do with this. I am going to open this up and I'm definitely going to mount this on my wall in some way because I had to get it because it's the duck.
Is it legal tender?
It should be. I should be able to walk into a Lego store and turn that in and get whatever set I want. Comment, agree or disagree.
Ironically, you bought something later in this haul. I remember that's exactly what it was. I'll point it out when we get there.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, now, okay, you might
I know
something.
something about something you bought that you don't know.
Okay, I'm so excited. Did I buy like the golden ticket or something? Like the Lego golden?
I can't tell you.
Okay,
You
we'll
gotta
find
work
out.
ahead.
I'm excited. Okay. Anyways, this is another, you guessed it, Chinese exclusive brick, but this is the first year anniversary of that store. I'm so curious how many of these they're going to make. Like every year, are they just going to do a different set of exclusives? And if you notice, the exclusives got cooler because this one was packaged in a bag and it was just a 2x4 brick. And then they waited like another year and then did these boxes with a 2x4 tile and minifigures for the second anniversary, which is just insane to me.
That must be like Lego's favorite Lego store.
Clearly, it's not even the biggest because the biggest is in London. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Insane.
Yeah. But anyways, moving onwards, I think that sums up. Oh, there's one more interesting Chinese item for the Bionicle fans.
Whoa.
I've never seen this before in my life. I think I paid 40 euros for this. I almost certainly overpaid. Actually, I don't even know if I can confidently say that. This is the level of obscure Lego merch that when it comes to Bionicle, I mean, Jonathan, for you, it's Indiana Jones.
Yep.
For me, it's Bionicle and Ninjago. And it's with weird stuff like this where I just have to get it because I don't know when I'm ever going to see this again. But look at this. This opens up and you can fold out certain portions to understand the lore behind the characters. And that is so interesting because you can actually see what they were saying about the characters themselves. They also have completely incorrect information. Like I had these translated and they're just wrong. Like they're giving them wrong names, wrong powers, completely wrong backstories. So it's just, this is like an information booklet full of incorrect Bionicle information, which I find hilarious. But yeah, this was just an exclusive to Asia, and I have no idea where this came from.
So strange.
Yeah. Moving onwards, though, there are some more, I guess, traditional vintage Lego items that I feel like when you go to a Lego convention, you might see some stuff like that. So this here is an item that's been on my bucket list for a while. This is a Lego Adventures set. Yes, this is a Lego set, and if you unscrew the bottom, you've actually got the entire set on the inside. It is one of the classic Lego Adventures tube sets, which obviously drew some inspiration from stuff like Indiana Jones. So I feel like you and I can agree on really liking this one, Jonathan, because it is a very, very unique Lego style of item.
I actually wanted to buy this until you said to the guy that you've been hunting this for years. I'm like, no, you deserve it.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I'd rather you have it.
Thank you so much. It's so cool, isn't it?
Thank you for saving me money.
Yeah, for real. Works out for the both of us. See, I was doing us both a favor. But this is so cool. I will need to find a treasured area in my Lego collection to display this. Moving onwards, there is... I mean, maybe this is something that's very cool to me, but out of all the crazy stuff I just showed, it's funny how the boxed vintage classic space set is maybe the least interesting item I've shown so far. But yeah, for 145 euros, I got the box and the ship. I don't think it's sealed.
No, I bought from that guy too. When he pack sealed them like that, it's loose complete, but...
Loose complete. Okay, but the price is still good compared to Bricklink, and it's really cool to get the box, so... Definitely wanted to get this. I'm not a box collector, but I know I'll be keeping this box. So this is going to stay sealed until I get home.
I love it.
Yeah. Speaking of vintage Lego, I want to give a major shout out to Jolly Time 34, who came up to me and just gave me these.
Holy cow.
This is... Oh, shoot. Well, what I was going to say is, Jonathan, do you own any of these?
No, I don't.
Do you want one?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Thanks, man. Okay, guys, here's my Lego haul. I got this Lego system. Dude, that is insane. Thank you so much, man.
Of course. Jeez. They were gifts for me, so I feel like it only makes sense that I give one of them away.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
But this is so cool because it is actually a sealed hospital. I'm so sorry. I'm getting really tired.
It's all good. We're almost there.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway.
This is a sealed vintage ambulance, which is a very interesting style of box. I believe this is completely different than obviously what they would do in America because they have the kind of special lettering on here. You've got fully sealed, very cool. And again, just as a gift, this honestly means so much. So thank you so much, Jolly Time 34, for giving me this. And check this out. this actually comes with a clear Lego case.
Holy cow.
I do not own any of the ones with the clear case, and this is so cool to me. So seriously, thank you so much, Jolly Time 34. Another random vintage item I got for free was this. This is a 4.5 volt train motor for the original Lego trains.
Jeez.
I got this as a GWP from a store that I spent a ridiculous amount of money on, and the store owner was like, you know what, just take this. Because he asked if I wanted to buy it, and it was actually pretty expensive, and I was like, you know what, this is really cool, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And at the end, after I bought like a million other things, he was like, just take it. So that means a lot. Thank you so much. And I still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it is still cool to have a sealed Lego vintage train item.
Sometimes you just gotta take them.
Oh yeah. Moving onward, speaking of trains, maybe that's a good segue into this next set here, but this is a special Lego vintage train set. This is the full train. For 190 euros, I felt like this was a pretty good deal to get the entire train with the tracks. It is one of the oldest Lego train sets that they've ever made.
Man,
and
sick.
Jonathan, you and I actually saw these on display at the exclusive Lego Idea House Museum, which is in Ole Kirk Christensen's original home. So seeing those just made me so happy I chose to buy this. And honestly, the seller had so many more of these, I kind of wish I got more.
Dang, too bad that's not the one that's operated with a whistle.
I need the whistle one. Oh my goodness. But moving onwards, we'll talk about that one in a second. Another gift from Jolly Time 34 is something I've been literally hunting down for months, and I've never found anybody selling this. But in South Korea and Denmark, you could receive a free Z-Blob plushie if you purchased Lego Dream sets over a certain threshold. Those are the only two places I know it's been done. I'm sure it's been done in more. But I could not find this anywhere, and I think I mentioned it like once on stream. I was looking for this, and he made sure to buy Dream sets just to get me this. So
Dang.
seriously, that really means a lot. And honestly, that stuff like this is why I make Lego videos, and it's like people I've been able to reach and make friends with, and that was so kind of you, Jolly Time 34, for sending me and for giving me this. Again, I will be sending you a Bionicle set. Please, you gotta let me know what your address is. Please let me know, because I want to send you a Bionicle set and thanks. But this is so cool. I love the Lego plushies, and it's so perfect for the Lego Dreams TV show.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm tempted to have Tommy Andreessen sign the front, actually, because he did make Lego Dreams.
Dang.
So I'll have to think about that if I want to keep it mint or not.
Maybe have him sign the bottom.
That might be a good idea. Kind of like Andy style Toy Story.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, moving onwards, there was a special Mini-Land figure given away for Skaerbaek Fan Weekend, which is very cool to get. Obviously, this is custom, but it is a custom printed tile to commemorate my time there. There's also a special set of bricks, and because I will be competing on LEGO Masters, I received a special, I guess I'm part of a lug now. Haha, suckers, LM Lug Club member. All right, that's very interesting. But yeah, that is for LEGO Masters and Skaerbaek Fan Weekend 2023.
Very cool.
Now, this is something very interesting because I acquired, and I probably will go into this in much more detail, but I acquired a full collection of every single LEGO Batman minifigure ever made. From the Comic-Con exclusives to pretty much everything across the LEGO Movie 2, the LEGO Batman movie, DC Comics superheroes, every Batman figure that they've done, I got in one single purchase. I'm not going to disclose how much I paid for that because out of respect for the store owner, who is my good friend Lars, who basically just said this is going to be a great deal between us, I picked it up pretty much for the sole purpose of getting these monochrome minifigures because he was selling it as a lot, and I said, you know what? I'm never going to come across this collection of monochrome Batman figures, one of which is fully transparent blue, transparent clear, trans black, trans satin blue. Insane. And I just had to pick it up just for those because you never see those go for sale. But as a bonus, I guess, as an added bonus, I happened to get all the other Batman figures, which, of course, all those extra Batman minifigures, which I already owned, I did give to Jonathan to be able to sell for me, which thank you so much for doing that. You can go check out his auctions on Whatnot. But again, two big reasons why I purchased it. It was to get the monochrome minifigures and because Lars actually put them together in a really nice wall display. And if you know Duck Bricks, you know I love my minifigure wall-mounted displays. So I absolutely just had to put these minifigures on it. I'm gonna completely redo my Lego Batman collection at home to display them on this frame. He's gonna ship it to me, which is really exciting. So I wanted the frame and I wanted the monochromes. And as an added bonus, I have these Comic-Con minifigures, which I already own. Like, I already own all 3 of these. So at least at the time of this recording, you can check these out on my Bricklink store. I am probably the cheapest seller in the world because I'm just looking to get these into a home of somebody who will appreciate them more than me because I already own them. So check those out if you want to support the Duckbricks channel and help me get some money back on this massive, massive purchase of all the Batman figures. But I do have these extra Comic-Con ones. But seriously, these monochrome ones are so cool. Moving onwards, a gift from a fan was actually this really insane, like, vintage Lego ruler featuring Lego Ninja, Lego Classic Spaceport, Rock Raiders, and Throwbots in one ruler. Wow. Which is crazy. So nothing on the back, but this was a ruler given away in 1999 for what I do not know, but this is definitely one of the weirdest and coolest things in my Lego collection now. Speaking of really cool gifts, my good friend Lars, who again operates that very insane Lego store in North Germany, gave me this vintage Lego Ninja minifigure, which is really special because obviously it's from the very first line of Ninja, but it has the Lego logo printed on the chest instead of the actual traditional outfit, which is pretty unheard of, which is really cool to see. I also picked up an M-Tron minifigure keychain because I had to get the M-Tron one as well. Really interesting how back in the day keychains came packaged in polybags, which obviously we don't see nowadays. Moving onwards from there, we have a set of special Coca-Cola polybags. I don't remember how much I spent on these, if anything. I know I bought these alongside all the Batmans, so maybe these were just lumped into the purchase, but it's the full set of the Coca-Cola minifigures, at least the ones that I'm aware of, and it's really cool to get that promotional branded with Lego.
Sweet. I've got a couple of those loose.
Nice. Moving onwards, we have, again, some more gifts from Jolly Time 34. So thank you so much for giving me these European exclusive Lego magazines. Those crystallized card packs, I've been looking for them all over Europe, and it's so nice to get those. Also got this Star Wars one with a Stormtrooper. That's actually the new one that comes in the mech, so it's really cool to see that as a magazine exclusive. You were able to get one of these, right?
Uh-huh, yep.
Nice, nice. And of course, a Minecraft one with 2 figures in it, which honestly, that's just spoiling us at this point. So that is so cool. Moving onwards from that, I got a ton of other posters for people to sign. There's an Aquazone poster here, which I'll go into great detail when we do the Christian Faber video. There's a Chima poster for Tommy to sign. There's another UFO poster to be signed. There is a Throwbots poster to be signed, and another Aquazone one. So cool to see these. And lastly, another giveaway Star Wars one, which is just cool to see multiple copies of that. Plus, free trading cards. Thank you to Jolly Time 34 because now my good friend Jake and I can have even more cards to battle with. Not that we needed any more to begin with. Moving on from that, I had to get this sealed Bionicle Rotuka spinner set. Again, not really sure how much I paid. It wasn't much. I think it was like $5 or something, but it's another sealed Bionicle set. Why not? It's kind of a goofy Rotuka spinner battle pack or ammo pack, so to speak. Also got this Ninjago B Ninja coin. I purchased this from a used Lego store a while ago for actually a good amount of money. This was really cheap and also came with the actual packaging for it, which is really cool because I'm trying to collect all the weird Ninjago promotional stuff, so I wanted to get this gold coin. Of course, you can learn all about Jonathan and I's saga meeting the Lego Win Kid at his restaurant/nightclub, which is another video, but had to get this one signed for Duckbricks. And thank you again, Jonathan, for putting this together. This was so cool.
My pleasure. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad we got to do that one together, man.
Oh yeah, same here. More weird Lego items. I've never seen this before.
Gosh, that is so sick.
I probably have seen it before, but I don't think I have, because what is this? You can build a super stadium with this. It doesn't come with all those pieces, of course, but it comes with these. Look at that. Like, that is a weird count for a Lego base plate. It's also printed with stripes and the goal lines. That's the set number. I need to look this up and see if it's even on Bricklink or Brickset. I don't know. I mean, it probably is, but that's so cool. And I'm curious if this actually does come with the characters as well. It looks like it might. Just from the artwork on the box, it looks like it comes with 4 players, 2 of these referees, you've got goalies, and you've got, I guess, fans. We'll see if that's what's in it, but I definitely will be doing a video on this because this is probably one of the weirdest Lego items I saw at the entire convention.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah. Moving onwards, even more stuff. Store displays from vintage Lego Castle.
Holy moly.
Oh yeah, these are going up on my wall. Let's see, what else do we have? Lots of weird stuff. This is a Pirates coin from vintage Legoland days, like back when what does that even say? 1489? What? I mean, I guess that was just for pirates, but yeah, it shows the vintage pirate on the coin, which is really interesting to see. You got one of these, right?
That's the coin we were talking about earlier where you said like, oh, you could trade in this coin for a set. That actually is what that coin was for.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I believe it's German. If you look on the back, there should be some German writing on there.
Yeah, there's German writing.
Apparently, you could get that at like a Lego store or Lego Land or something, and you could trade that in for some sort of pirate set or polybag or something. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's so weird you were saying that about another thing jokingly, and you also bought something that does the exact thing you were joking about.
That is crazy. Well, you learn something new every day.
You sure do.
Thank you for telling me. I did not know that. Okay, moving onwards. More stuff. Ooh, Lego Masters flyer. Anything Lego Masters I had to get. This was part of the panel for Lego Masters that I mistakenly thought I was a part of and showed up and was not a part of. So my apologies for the confusion there. But I did get the flyer, so that's cool. Lego Masters is obviously a big part of what I do now, so very cool to see that. Had to get a sealed Lego Scala doll.
Oh my gosh.
I guess like I was on the fence about this one because I was like, do I want to buy a creepy doll from like a random secondhand seller? I feel like this is like the plot to a horror movie. But you know, she's contained in the bag. As long as I don't breach the seal, she can't escape.
Do it.
So I'm going to leave this one sealed for now. Moving onwards, we'll talk about this in a second. We've got, this is just kind of cool. I met somebody who said this is like their business card where basically they have all these pieces and a QR code to build like their little sig fig build, which I just thought that was a really neat concept, how they had this specially packaged.
That's cool.
Yeah. These bricks right here are really interesting because these are original Lego bricks from pretty much the very first era of Lego. Where as you can see, you've got old Lego logos, and that's what they looked like on the underside. The very first Lego bricks pretty much ever. I do not own any of these, so this is my first time owning these, and the seller actually had bags of them. How much were they? €3 each?
Yeah, they were wild.
I should have gotten more.
Say that again. I zoomed in weird.
How much were these? €3 each?
Something like that, yeah.
I should have gotten more. Oh my goodness. But still, very, very cool. Got a Ninjago doubloon given to me by Lars as part of my purchase, which is cool because I do like the character design of that. And had to get the vintage Lego, I think this is the SO Petrol truck, which you can see right there back when Lego was doing these vintage vehicles. This was actually for a really good price. I think I paid like €10 for this or something insane, so that was great. A copy of each flag. These are vintage Lego flags that are either printed or stickers for pretty much all the different countries that they produced. I don't know if this is everything, but this is all the seller had. I am gathering these for a special project, which I cannot wait to share more about. Moving onwards from that, I got a sealed 4+ Pirates polybag. I can't wait. Cannot wait to open this up and build it. It's so goofy.
That is bonkers.
Oh yeah. Duck bricks blocks. Do you remember how much the blocks were selling for? Something ridiculous.
They're so cheap over here because they're common in Europe.
Yeah.
Or at least in Denmark.
Right, it was like €4 or €5 each, if that. So I had to get the duck bricks ones, and that's really cool to get. Moving onwards, a Lego, what is this? You know about this more than me. Is this Quattro Primo?
That is Quattro. It is a unique size between Duplo and Lego. I don't know if it's even compatible with any other Lego size. It just kind of exists in its own vein.
Weird. Yeah, had to get it because it's a weird scale of Lego. This is another weird thing. It is the Fabuland camper van, and this actually has a hinged door that opens up. And you can see little like shelves on the inside, like cupboards can be opened. There's a sink, and that sink piece is actually kind of the same mold they used for the Lego sink piece, so it's really cool to see that. But what a weird Lego piece.
That is so odd.
Yeah, one of the most interesting things I got. It is also one of the rarest Lego pieces ever, or at least that came in a retail set. It's super expensive on Bricklink, so I'm happy to have picked this one up. Speaking of Fabuland keychain with the Lego logo on the back, which is so cool. This is an official Fabuland keychain, which I've never seen before. I had no idea they even did this, so that's awesome. If you don't know what Fabuland is, definitely look it up. It's one of the most interesting original Lego lines. A bunch of children have entered my home. I don't know. You got some of these, right?
Yep.
So someone was walking around with a bag of like hundreds of these. And by hundreds, I mean like there could have been 1,000 in there and I would have believed that.
Only at Skaerbaek.
Only in Skaerbaek.
Those are real Lego pieces. That's so weird.
Yeah, these are actual Lego pieces from Belleville. I think it's Belleville because it's got the Ice Queen detailing on it, right? The silver crown. I think it's Belleville. So strange. So yeah, I had to get some. And he was just going around handing them out. It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, I got to meet somebody running promo bricks. That was really cool. So got a special tile from them. This is a specialized Legoland pouch, which is a really funny like coin bag, which has the actual Lego dragon, like the Ollie dragon, engraved on the leather, which is really cool. It says Legoland Billund, which of course had to get a really interesting piece of Legoland merch. Insectoids keychain, more vintage Lego keychains. Always cool to see these old classic vintage minifigs on keychains. And this came from a time when Lego was maybe a little bit less culturally sensitive. You know the name of this.
I know where you're going with this.
The name of this keychain and the name of this character is officially China Girl. Make of that what you will. Moving onwards, we have a keychain that is glued of Ollie the Dragon, which is really cool to see a whole model built as a keychain. So that is very, very cool. I also got some of the most vintage Lego trees. These were basically when Lego was first experimenting with starting to make like the cars and little brick-built houses. They had these wacky trees as well, which is so cool. This was another vintage gift from Jolly Time 34, but these are actually pins from vintage Lego.
Dang.
I believe they were employee pins.
Whoa.
So employees would wear these at like toy fairs and go around and like show their affiliation with Lego by wearing these.
That is so cool.
So that, yeah, really special. He gave them in a VIP keychain box, which actually is really perfect for something like this. So I can just kind of put them in there, close it up, and they won't get lost. Moving onwards, got a Zane minifigure for €2, so why not? That's like a good version of Zane from Master of the Mountain Season 13. Lego House Chef, something I've tried to get every time I'm in Denmark and have not been successful until this year. Jonathan was clearly my lucky charm here. But
that's what I do.
Oh yeah, this has a printed Lego House text on the back, which is very interesting, so cool to see that, because the newer ones did not have this print. So that was quite interesting to see. Random road sign. I don't know why I got this. I don't know why that's here. So this is a 2x4 60 years tile, which they did to celebrate the 60 years of the brick. Was in 2008, I believe, or something like that. But this actually was a book exclusive. It was a full-on dictionary-style guidebook to every single Lego set. I got that book, but I got the version of the book, which was a red brick on the cover instead of blue. It was a less exclusive version that didn't come with this tile. And what's really cool about it is that that book actually got me into collecting old Lego, because I was thumbing through it and being like, oh my goodness, in the back catalog, Lego's made some really interesting sets. And that also made me check out brickset.com, which kind of led to me discovering Bricklink, and the rest is history. My wallet knows the rest. Moving onwards from that, we've got a few just cool giveaways from other folks that I was able to meet at the convention. Just cute little giveaways, which was really nice to see folks just handing out free stuff. Also was given this cape from Sir Fangar in LEGO Legend of Chima, and was told to use it for Bionicle MOCs in the future, which I cannot wait to do. One random set that I got was this Speed Racer set. I literally just saw this in Singapore fully sealed, but it was at a ridiculous price, so I didn't pick it up. But I did want to get this set for a while, so I got it basically fully sealed, and as Duckbricks fans knows, Duckbricks don't care about no box. So this was perfect for me because it was selling for less than used Bricklink price, but fully sealed. Done deal.
Dang. I'm kind of jealous. I've wanted that set for a long time too.
Oh,
what
man.
on earth is that? Oh, it's a China exclusive.
Yep, this is the last China exclusive I have. The person I bought all the other China exclusives just gave me this and was like,
enjoy.
I was shopping at the wrong places.
This is such a weird and bizarre thing because you have a mix of modern Lego sets but retro stuff, and it's kind of celebrating the history of Lego. On the back it says Lego Adults Welcome. So it was for their 18 plus icons line, probably when it launched, because it does have that Adults Welcome branding. But I mean, you can see the world map mosaic on there. There's a random Speed Champions car. What else can we spot on here? Orange Classic Spaceman, the Botanical Flower set. I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to represent. There's a lot of weird stuff. Like, who are these? Like, I don't know. Like, what are these characters? It's so interesting seeing just such different artwork. And this bag came in clutch for transporting my purchases around Skaerbaek. Speaking of bags, this is probably the final thing for this video, and the final very interesting thing of note. Because this is a Bionicle Toa Inika shoulder bag. I paid around 50 euros for this bag, which I think is actually a really good deal because it's not really on Bricklink. You can't find it anywhere. It's officially branded with Bionicle, so that is super cool. But what's even cooler is that inside this bag, I've been given a very important task, and I have been asked, and I don't know if that person wants to be public, so I will not say who they are, but I have been asked to sell all of these Bionicle masks on Whatnot for all of you to an American audience, because the person who gave me these said that they weren't really able to sell them to folks in the US because of shipping costs. So if I were to bring them back and sell them for him, he would be much appreciated, which I am absolutely happy to do because I am all about people getting rare Bionicle masks. And yeah, Bionicle fans in the audience, you know how insane this is a full bag, and I genuinely cannot believe my eyes. These are Kanohi Hao Nuvas. These are not Kakama Nuvas. Those are Hows. Yes. These are gold Pikaris. Absolutely insane. Like, I mean, $10 for a mask for these. Oh, we can sell them for a lot more than that. I mean, this is so rare. And also, a bag of Krata, which I can use to complete my own collection, but also be able to sell to all other folks around the world. So this is so exciting. It's so cool. Expect to see a lot of these pop up. I'll probably do a mask blitz on Whatnot at some point to really be able to sell these off. And again, these are really not mine to give away. These are mine to sell on behalf of somebody else. So I will happily do that. But it's just so cool having them. Like, I want to just photograph all these masks. It's just crazy to see so many rare masks in this entire bag.
Might be a long time before you have that many in your possession again.
I never will. I can guarantee you I will never hold a bag containing this many rare masks in my possession. Like, some of these masks are equivalent to, like, they're not quite, but almost like the level of Comic-Con figures. Like, imagine having a ton of those in one bag.
Kind of like the Bionicle equivalent.
Basically. So this is so cool. I will treasure it for as long as I can, but I also will disseminate these masks around to anybody who wants it. So we'll be putting these on Whatnot soon, but everything else, I mean, other than that, is everything else obviously is for my own collection.
And we made it to the end.
We made it to the end.
Dang.
Let's wrap this up. All right, and with that was the haul from Skaerbaek Fan Weekend. Jonathan, what are your closing thoughts on this haul?
Dude, you crushed it. It was so fun. I was with you for most of these buys.
Yes.
And although I didn't quite understand a couple of them, we kind of went over it in this video. And man, I couldn't be more happy. I know you got a lot of pieces here that you've been looking for. You even found some things you didn't know you were looking for.
Yeah.
And heck, you even beat you too, because he's still looking for what he's looking for, however the song goes. But anyways, man, I'm super excited for you. I think this might be my favorite thing you picked up. That's just incredible. Of course, the Batman Comic-Con figures are great as well. And yeah, you've got a lot of fun building ahead of you, man. So thanks for having me on the channel, and can't wait to see where all this ends up in the collection.
Of course, it also seems like I have a lot of fun shipping ahead of me, which, if you go over and watch Jonathan's vlog, I don't know which one's going to come out first. Probably yours, honestly, because I backlog my videos by a lot. But when you go and watch his, you'll see some crazy shipping adventures, maybe misadventures that we had to undertake to ship your stuff home.
Yeah, definitely misadventures.
All right, well, that wraps up my Skaerbaek LEGO Fan Weekend experience, but the fun in Denmark is just beginning because I had a chance to do some incredible things here. I can't wait to share everything I got to do on my trip because there's so much to cover. But of course, this is just part one of probably many, many parts releasing over the next few months about my amazing experience in Billund, Denmark. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for tuning into Duckbricks. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming away very soon. And bye for now.